What's going on, everybody? Over here at Don's, getting ready to do some really cool stuff to this guy right here. But first, before we do that, I hate to do this to you guys, but we're going to go through the parts. I want to show you what we're doing. More important than getting it done. So, as you can tell, Airdog, and we'll get into these two boxes, but I want to get you in a better spot first, so just hang on a second. Alright, so before we get into the Airdog box, we're going to start at the motor end of the parts. So, the first part is this guy right here. The Fleece factory fuel filter delete. This thing is, not only is it just an awesome looking piece, billet piece, but what this does is this, you remove your factory fuel filter, which is mounted on the side of the engine block, and you put this in line, and you have a straight through for your return. This is your water and fuel sensor. You take that off the fuel filter and thread it into there. This port here, I guess you can do something with it. That's up to you guys. But that takes place at the fuel filter. Give you your seals and an extra plug. Nice little card telling you what it is. Fleece. If you're like me, there's only one problem with this, and the problem is there's no sticker. Come on, I need to put stickers on their stuff. So, Fleece fuel filter delete. There is the part number if you want it, and I'm gonna put links below to all this stuff where you could get it if you want on Amazon. So make sure to look for that too. So there's that. Okay, so next part after the fuel filter delete is we have the Deviant Race Parts fuel sump. This is a billet piece, all machined, really nice piece. Got a drain port in it, you know, in case you get a bad batch of fuel and someone ends up putting gas in it or whatnot. If you have to drain your fuel tank, that's really handy right there. Really nice seal on it. One port. So I like the one port because there's less chances for leaks, right? So a lot of these sumps, they have a feed and a return in the sump, or you have two feeds in the sump. I like doing it this way, and you will see why when we prep the tank. We do our return a little different. You know, I think it's a little cleaner. So that's why we went with a one port sump. Really nice. This is machined to go in here, and it's actually designed to be installed without pulling the tank, but I cannot bring myself to do that. I want to put a little extra work into it and pull the tank and clean things up. But yeah, 2 mounting bolts, which I think is even obviously better than one for clamping force and distribution of your load and whatnot, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm sure the single bolt ones work just fine too. Let's see. So that is this guy. This, you will see how to put it on. Deviant Race Parts. We will have a link for that too if you guys are interested. But now, so without all that, this is the best part. And so you can see on the side of the box, she is an Airdog. This, in my opinion, is the best way to go, and I'll show you why. So you open it up. We already opened it up. You got the warranty card sent off. You want to make sure and do that. You have your instructions. You have your length of hose, which when I put mine on, I didn't think I'd have enough, but I assure you there is enough hose here to do your job. So that's that. Nice 3/8 fuel hose. The harness. So this is run of stuff. This is my first reason why I go with an Airdog. So Airdog offers an auxiliary part. It's an idiot light for your fuel pressure, right? It's got a 5-pound sensor you put in the side of the pump. And when your lift pump pressure, when your supply pressure gets below 5 pounds, it turns the idiot light on. Once you see the light, you should know, hey, I got a problem. or I don't have it set up enough, set enough, or anyway. So I say that because this harness, not only is it a really clean harness, it's all loomed, it's all run already, but you get here, and this is the cab side of the truck, so this is powered and ground for the pump. That goes to your battery. This, they already have integrated into this harness, and this is the harness that comes with all of these. So that's not just this one. It's not like this is an upgrade or anything. It's already got the wires for the light in the cab, the idiot light, which I thought was really nice of them to put that in the harness. And then you get down here, more toward the pump end, and you have your pump. This plugs into the pump. This is your power for the pump. And this is the plug for that idiot light I was telling you about. This is the sensor. Or this is not the sensor. This is the plug for the sensor that goes in the tank, in the pump. So really cool of them to include that. And then you get down to the bottom, and you have this. It's a jump harness that is into your Airdog harness. And this is going to make it so you don't have to rob fuses out of your tip them or your fuse box, which I really like. I hate robbing fuses, hijacking fuses, and piggybacking fuses. It just doesn't seem like the right thing to do. So this will go in between your you unplug your fuel pump, your factory lift pump harness from the tank, plug one side in there, that side goes in there, done. Runs the signal out to the relay, fires the relay, fires up the pump. So that is one of my favorite things about these pumps. Not only that, but these pumps are just monstrous. So this is an Airdog 4G 165 lift pump, 165 gallons an hour. You get a water separator, 2-micron fuel filter. This would be for, you could put, like if you wanted to put, let's say an analog gauge. Or not an analog fuel gauge right there, just to see if it works, right? You can put that there, leave it there, no problem. Or, I can't remember, because I've never put one on, but it's either here or this port, or there's a port on there for the that low pressure light I was telling you about. I haven't put one on, so I don't know if it's this port. I don't know. I can't really tell you, but I can tell you these are pretty awesome pumps. If you've heard bad things about Airdog, it's past. It's done. I mean, these new 4G pumps are they're awesome. They're quiet. They're a lot quieter than the old 150s. And one thing that's good about these compared to others is the fuel pressure regulator is adjustable on these. You can adjust these with the right gauge and instruments. You can adjust your pressure up so you're not starving it out. And I know other pumps on the market, you have to change springs, and that's a messy deal. But this, you just adjust it. So there's that, and there's one more thing I want to show you about these. Well, actually two. So if you've had an Airdog in the past, a decent upgrade that is in this box that you might not realize is they went to metal sandwich plates. These are the mounting plates for the frame for the Airdog. They actually used to be plastic. Now they're steel, which is awesome. They should have been steel from the get, but hey, we live and learn. So the last thing I could tell you, I went with Airdog, and this might be just me, you guys might not agree and think it's dumb, but I went with Airdog for this. This is one of the reasons I went Airdog. Aside from all the other stuff I told you about. So, they give you these really nice high flow connections, quick connects. Everything on an Airdog is done with these quick connects. Coming out of the pump, going into your CP3, everything. So, these, rather than just a normal push lock, which these are push lock, you push them into the hose and lock them in, but this is just an extra thing that if you have to take a line off, rather than messing with the push lock and this guy down here and making a mess, you have this quick connect fitting. It's a factory style fitting. You pinch these two together and you take it apart. These don't leak. They're high flow. I don't know if you can see the orifice on that, but it's really big. You know, it's going to flow fuel. It's not going to be a restriction. And they're super handy, right? So everything is done with that. And that is the other big reason I went with Airdog, is because I like that good, clean, factory-looking install, and I feel like this is ahead of. I'm not gonna name any names, but it's an extra step that they made, and they went through to make sure you had a good quality install and a good quality part. So that is our parts for the fuel system on this truck. Airdog 4G 165 lift pump, fuel preparator, but lift pump. We have the Deviant Race Parts fuel sump, and the Fleece fuel filter delete. And it's going to be great. I mean, it's going to be awesome. It's a good setup. So unfortunately, you guys are going to hate me for this, but I want to be able to show you guys as much as possible. So I showed you the parts, and on the next video we're gonna install it. So while I was showing you guys the parts, Don had already pulled out the drive shaft, and you guys might not agree with this, but I'm not gonna make this video an hour long, or however long it takes us to do this. So next video I'm gonna go through, we're gonna start installing this stuff. We'll see how far we get, but like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do appreciate all of it. The support means a lot to us. And like I said, I want to make sure that we are showing you guys everything we possibly can without taking too much of your time. So I want to thank you guys again, and we will see you on the next one.